Hi, viewers at home. I am Deola doing, and I welcome you back to this page. I welcome you back to seeing this lovely video. So, this morning we'll be talking about 7 highly effective ways to promote yourself as a writer. Are you a writer? Are you struggling with getting clients, getting customers, highly paying customers, and you're looking forward to ways in which you can promote yourself? Good. That is where this is where you have to be. So, this morning I said we'll be talking about 7 highly effective ways to promote yourself as a writer. You see, the world is becoming so global, and you have to project yourself to your customers before they can reach you. They cannot reach you unless you make them see you yourself. Hmm. So this is why this video is up for you. So before I begin, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button to get notified on the next video. Do not forget to follow me on my social media handles. On Facebook, I am Idiola Doing. On Twitter, I am Idiola. On LinkedIn, I am Idiola Doing. So let's get started. I am excited. Are you? Yeah, I am excited. Now, the first thing here is one, you have to have samples of your work. Yes, I know you're a writer, you've been writing a lot of stories, a lot of articles. Yes, make sure that you are keeping these samples in your archive so that when clients comes your way, they are definitely going to ask for samples of your previous works. So you can therefore provide those samples that you have kept, and it makes your client or your customer to see if you are you are you are good for that, you're a good fit for that work or not. Now the next one is know your niche. Your niche has to do with that area in which you belong. Writing covers a lot of aspects. There are very few companies now that do not hire a content writer or a social media manager. So therefore you need to know the niche where you belong. When I first started up as a writer, I had issues with some topics when it comes to politics, cryptocurrency, tech. I am not a lover of that field. But when it comes to health, education, agriculture, I bloom so well in those fields. So it's easier for me to create a niche based on that. When we talk about education, kids, children, fashion and lifestyle, yes, I know I can do so well in that field. So I know that this aspect I cannot be in touch with it, and this aspect I am very good at it. So it makes it easier for me to know to it makes it easier for me when clients comes my way. I'm able to tell them, oh, this is the field where I work in, this is the field where I do not work in. So it's kind of what will I say? It's kind of bridge my me from it makes me specific in an area, so I know the kind of client I am looking for, and it helps me to give a professional work. So now let's go to the third point. I have mentioned two earlier, and now we are going to the third one. We said the next one is use social media and websites to your advantage. I have said earlier that the world is becoming so global, and you cannot afford not to be on social media at this point to market yourself. Now you can make use of Facebook, of Twitter, of Instagram, and so many other of LinkedIn and so many other platforms. I remembered when I started up in 2018, I made use of Facebook. I was writing and I was posting all my works. And then my mentor then told me that I should always have an archive of my works. So I'll always make sure that I jot down all my works. And when clients came my way, wow, I was just dishing out all those previous works, and I got very good comments on them. So you have to make use of social media to what, to project yourself. I was able to connect with a lot of people in my field, a lot of people that mentored me to be a better person via social media. So you cannot underestimate the work of social media in this writing industry. So make use of the social media, and always make sure that you are updating yourself. You always come forward. It's not about opening a social media page alone. You have to make sure that you are keeping up with that social media account. Very soon I am going to do another video on this, how to make use of social media effectively as a writer. This is an entirely broad topic. I just want to touch it under this section. So now the next one is maintain your portfolio. As you get new jobs, make sure that you are trying to update your portfolio on your social media pages. It's just like you updating your CV. So you keep on updating your work. Oh, I did this work with this person. Even when using freelancing sites, you have to keep updating your portfolio to make you visible to more clients. Yes, and it makes your clients know that you are experienced in that field. So now let's go to the next one, is keep up with the trends. Yes, the trends. There are a lot of trends going on social media. So to keep yourself being relevant, you have to keep up with trends, with what's ongoing. Yes, not all trends you have to keep up with. Make sure that you're having a very positive and a good view, or based on what your audience wants to hear, when you are keeping up with trends, so that you will not lose your audience when you are giving an opinion about a trend. So you have to be very careful with trends. It's good, it can be a social media marketing tool, but at the same time you have to be extremely careful with it. Keep up with trends, but not all trends are good for you. Now, let's go to the next one. We have keep sharpening your tools. You have to keep improving yourself every day, because uh if you do not, you are going to be losing clients. Yes, let me give you a practical example. In 2021, I was working with a firm as a writer, a remote writer actually. And I used to have issue with time management, because I do a 9 to 5 job, and at the same time I am doing writing as a side hustle. So as I was as I was always coming late with works, and at the same time I was having issue with providing my work because I do not have time left. I ended up losing that client. There was a day he just stopped working with me and all of that. For some years, for a year or thereabouts, I didn't go back to that field anymore. Then until a year after, and then I started working again. Yes, that was, I make sure that I give myself space to work on myself, on my time management and my providing work. So the next client that came my way was, wow, he didn't want to leave me. Yes, that's when you see your clients will stick to you when they see professionalism in your work. So that is why you should keep sharpening your tools. What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? You have to work on them effectively, so that you keep your clients closer to you. Now, I have mentioned I have mentioned 6 tips. Now, the next one is learn to market yourself as a writer. Part of marketing yourself is using the social media. It is a different thing marketing your skill, and it is also very important that you market yourself. That is where we call branding. So you have to brand yourself in a way that your clients see you as a professional. Yes, you don't just do things because you just want to do it. No, be very careful of your professionalism. Make sure that you are connecting with your community. Make sure that you are getting involved in community work. I mean, you're writing community work. It can be on social media, but make sure that you present yourself in a way that your audience see that you are a professional in your field. Yes. So now I have mentioned 7 different tips on how to project yourself as a writer, or on how to effectively promote yourself as a writer. Now, the first one I mentioned is have an example of your work, have a niche you are comfortable with, and then make use of the social media to your advantage, maintain your portfolio, learn to keep up with the trends, keep sharpening your tools, and lastly I said learn to market yourself. So in the next video I am going to be talking about an entirely interesting topic. So stay tuned till then. I still remain myself. I still remain your teacher. I am Ide Oladoyin. Bye.